We'll run riot into self-destruction. And I know I must stay so.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Who Gave the Drummer a Mic, presented by Asylum Radio Network. To my left, well, actually to my right, vice versa, we got Michael Russo.
What's going
Go ahead,
on?
give a shout out, Mike.
What's going on, everybody?
And then I got Mr. Chris Morley from the band Cold Kingdom. If you don't know who they are, guess what?
What up?
Like, subscribe, check them out. YouTube, Facebook, IG. Do that thing. Very first episode, gentlemen. What do you think?
First episode. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool how we got this thing started very quickly. I'll go ahead and just give a brief summary of the show. Really, we're just gonna. It's a drummer show, man. It's a drummer show. I wanted to start something like this last year when the pandemic first hit, and was working on trying to get it going, but I was in a different spot back then. Now I'm in a much better place to do something like this, and I hit up Chris, hit up Adam, because they're two of my good friends, and I asked if they wanted to be a part of it, and here we are today. First episode. We got a lot of people that have reached out to us. We got a lot of guests planned for the next 2 months, actually. So, hell yeah.
Yeah, Mike, you and I were talking about this. Like, I remember about a year ago, and for the people watching, I've actually never spoken to Mike in person. It's literally only been through like Instagram and Facebook comments. This is the first time him and I have ever talked like actual in an actual conversation, so it's kind of funny.
That's right.
I remember we talked about this. We're like, what would be a good name for it? And we were throwing names back and forth, and like, oh yeah, who gave the drummer mic? That would be a funny name for it. And then it just kind of like fell by the wayside. Like we kind of didn't talk about it for a while. And then like last week he hit me up and he was like, hey, you want to still do that? I was like, yeah, that'd be great. And he's like, what are you doing Sunday? I was like, I can make it work. Here we are.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. We're we finally got to it. And I'm pretty stoked about it, man. It should be pretty cool as long as we can keep the guests, coming on.
Yeah, going off, Michael. As soon as we made the announcement probably just this past week, this past Wednesday, we do have right now behind the scenes our very first guest coming on. But we have a bunch in the works. We have a bunch of people that are on the calendars every Sunday, 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. We may have, if we got one guest, we may run an hour. We may run a little bit over. We got two guests. We may run an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours. Who knows? Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
It's the Asylum Radio.
We're just gonna go off the vibes, man. We're just gonna go off the vibes, man. Like I said, we got guests lined up. We already got the next week's show lined up. We got the week after that and the week after that. So we're pretty stacked as far as guests, which is crazy because like we only announced it about a week ago, and then we announced the first guest on Wednesday, and the DM's been going. They've been going. So we're pretty happy.
With that being said, go ahead, Chris.
I think it's just a drummer thing. I've met a lot of drummers, a lot of guitarists, a lot of bass players, and for some reason, like drummers just vibe like together. Like we're all just in like the same little group, and I kind of seen like guitarists like they try to prove who's better and try to have the better gear and that sort of stuff. But drummers like they just want to hang out together, and we're just in this weird little clique. I don't know what it is, but drummers just seem to get along better than any other.
Exactly.
I don't know what it is.
I've always thought that. I've always thought that, man. I've always thought that shit. Like drummers are always the ones, man. Like we the boys. Like we're always the boys. Like every show I ever played, man, I always just click with the drummer, man. Clearly, easy.
Always. And with that being said, we reached out. I believe Michael reached out to this guest. Hit him up. We're very honored to have him on for our very first episode. Here's a little intro video.
Defend the war.
What's up, everybody? Let's welcome Mr. Myles Clayborne from the band SAUL. How's it going, Myles?
What's up, man?
So, Myles comes to us from KC. We don't know if he's Kansas City, Kansas, Kansas City, Missouri, but guess what? We don't care. He's from the KC. Hey, I was like, I'm a Chargers fan, so guess what? It's like, even though the Chargers are shit, but I'll still represent our division. We got the Chiefs our division. You know, Patrick Mahomes, those Chiefs, they're pretty badass.
Yeah, they are. They're not that bad.
Right, he is hailing to us from the band SAUL. So how are we doing this fine weekend, Myles?
We're doing good, man. Recouping from the weekend. We had a really busy week last week with a lot of SAUL stuff going on. Did some stuff that I can't quite reveal yet over the weekend. From those of us
get
like personal, like friends, and like my fiance knows what we did, obviously. But
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good time. Hopefully, pretty soon we'll be able to reveal that. But it was a long weekend. My neck hurts quite a bit. I'm just gonna say that.
Us drummers have that feeling. I mean, granted, the one with the most hair is this one right here, so he's got a little added extra weight.
Yeah, no, it's heavy. It's pretty fucking heavy.
Throw around.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking heavy. I won't lie to you. It's pretty heavy. But yeah, man, we saw you posted that picture. So I mean, I you know, music videos are fun to film. So
they are, man. Well,
let's go ahead and huh?
I was gonna say, drummers, man, we get the short end of the stick every time we got to do a music video, you know, because we got to be in every.
We're not wrong.
Every single shot you got to be in. You got to be in every shot.
We got to outshine those singers.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's always like the drummers who almost get like the first like stickler of the video. They're like, yeah, we're gonna do the drums first. It's like everybody else go take a nap, chill, and everything.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, I got the luxury, I think, of going last this time, so that was nice.
Oh,
give us a number. Give us a number of
the song already.
Give us a number of how many times you think you played that song in the video.
We did 5 full band, 3 Zach, 3 Blake, 3 Will, and then there was 4 of me. And then we did playthroughs the next day, so 5 times on that one. And then I had to go back and redo some of the video parts because I guess my energy wasn't high enough, and it was way higher on Saturday. And so he's like, "Well, you look better today than you did yesterday, so you're just gonna go back and read that." So like 3 more times with that. So whatever number that is.
So yeah, probably like 200 times, maybe. I mean,
about 200 times. Yeah, I would say
about 200 times.
Accurate.
So how sick of the new song are you?
You know what? I still love it. It's still a really good song.
Is it new SAUL or is it off the album that y'all just dropped? Or?
It is on the record. It is on the record.
Okay.
I can reveal that. It's a song off the record for sure. So
cool.
Those who know will know.
I've got to vote for which song I want, but I don't know which one it is. I know which one I want to see, but I don't want to pressure on you guys to release a song just to make me happy.
What is it?
Levy.
Levy. It's not a shoot for Levy. I'm sorry.
All right, then I don't care.
They wouldn't have needed me if it was a shoot for Levy.
I was gonna say from his post, he kind of gives it away. I mean, I'm not gonna. Well, I mean, I don't know what it is, but your post kind of gave it away.
What is it?
Rise of the Equals.
Nope.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Remember, we filmed the music video for Rise of the Equals at Southern Slam last year.
I was there.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
I was there for that one.
Yep.
Didn't you guys play that show together? You played that one, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Direct support.
I remember I saw that video of Myles like walking out on stage and he like stood on his kit and he was like, "Fuck yeah, like I'm the fucking man." I was like, this dude's fucking baller, man. I love this fucking dude.
That was the best thing I've ever like been able to like. I've aspired for that moment like ever since I started playing drums. You know, where you like jump up and it's like just you and the lights hitting you and you're like, yeah, this is cool.
Yep.
Like I got to do that twice last year. That kind of blew my mind a bit.
Yeah, no, I know how you feel, dude. We Killer Coy played Epicenter in 2019, and it was the first. It was the first, week. It was the first time Epicenter was a thing, and we played the pre-party. So we started the festival, and then it ended Sunday night, with Foo Fighters. So it's pretty cool that we got to start Epicenter. And I remember there's a video of us walking out on stage, and like I was walking out, and like I wanted to live stream it, but I didn't have a stand to put my phone on. So I remember I walked out on stage, and I was like looking around. I said, "Fuck, there's gotta be something to put my phone on." I look over to like our tech, and I was like, "Hey, give me that tape over there." And like it's funny because like everybody can see me, so you see me up there. I'm like, "Give me the tape, give me the tape." And like he throws me the tape, I catch it, I go back there, I put it on, I turn around, I'm like, sit behind the kid, and I'm like, "Okay, here we are." And I'm like, it was just funny as shit. That was my walkout, the Epicenter Festival.
Hey,
it's a whole lot of mess.
Yeah. Your walkout was, give me the damn tape.
Give me that fucking tape. I need to put my phone in the hole, like stand it up. But it worked though. It was pretty cool. But yeah, no, the walkout is one of the best feelings in the world, dude. It's like there's nothing better than the walkout.
Yeah, dude.
It's like the minute the lights go down, man, you flip that switch.
Yeah, dude. Like I'm nervous for every show until that moment.
Dude, it's funny, man. Like the last show that I got to play was last year, and it was a sold out show at our hometown, and it was crazy because like the walkout. Like since we're talking about the walkout, I'll tell you about this story here. Like we had like a whole light rig that we rented, and we programmed lights for our entire show. And we were super stoked about the entire gig. Like, we'd be rehearsing. Every rehearsal was great. The lights looked fucking killer. Like it was gonna be. I mean, it was still a badass show, but like we line checked everything, and everything was seemed ready to go. So lights drop down, intro hits. I walk out behind the kit, and I like the whole time, like the intro's playing, I'm like back there, and I'm like, "Yo, let's fucking go!" Like I'm pumped, like I'm ready to go. And because just the vibe, right? The vibe is like before you go out on stage is like it's crazy. Like you feel it, like the energy is insane. But so I walk out to the kit. I sit down. I'm like, yo, like I'm about to fucking kill these drums. And all of a sudden, the intro stops, and I'm like, ooh. I look over. I'm like, what the fuck? And then it restarts again, and I'm like, what's going on? And then I hear out of my in-ears, I hear my singer. He's like, the lights aren't working. And I was like, oh shit. So I had to get up off the kit. I had to run and I'm like, yo, what's going on? And like the lights aren't working. We didn't know what the fuck was going on. And I was like, damn, man, the vibe. Cause like before like our intro for the show happened, or we played the intro to the show, we played Sweet Victory, SpongeBob.
Yep.
And it was like the vibes were just amazing at that moment. And then all of a sudden when that happened, I was just like, oh fuck, like this is what's happening. So then we had to spend like 20 minutes trying to fix the lights. We couldn't fix the lights. We had no idea what happened.
Dude.
But yeah, that was my last walkout. was that.
Just a complete buzzkill for like the whole rest of the show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nah, dude. You could. We all felt it after that, man, because like it was the whole night was going great. It was going. The show was off the chain until that moment right there. I mean, the show was still great. Like we had a blast. But man, those lights would have been killer. I still think about that every day. Just those lights would have been amazing.
I can 100% relate to that, dude.
You guys have a killer. You guys have like your own light show, right?
We do, yeah. Everything's MIDI triggered through Ableton. Communicates with the Chauvet Show Express.
Yeah.
So we've
you guys did that at the show you just talking about, Summerfest or SummerSlam?
SummerSlam, yeah. So we actually have a different light rig now than what we did at that show.
Yeah.
Added a couple other lights to it. We've got the 2 big boxes now instead of the 4 trusses, the 4 vertical trusses. But man, like it's fun. I like it. It's definitely a lot of energy.
Hell yeah.
Before it was a lot of energy too, but like now it's just like, wow, like our branding is like right there,
Yeah.
So,
no, you guys definitely got like a sick like setup there.
Thank you. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
It's all Blake and Zach, man. Those dudes are freaking geniuses.
I'll say those
Yeah,
Bed Saul
no.
brothers know what's up.
What's that?
Those Bed Saul brothers know what's up.
They do, dude.
They do that right, dude.
I don't
They're
understand
killing,
it.
man.
They're just amazing at everything. Like they're building not building a full bus from scratch, but that'd be kind of interesting. But they,
Scratch.
So Saul don't tour till 2022 now.
Building the bus from
we
scratch.
built we got a bus. It's like this nice black bus, and they gutted the whole thing. Like built 6
Yeah.
bunks in the back, a whole seating area up front, installed a microwave, fridge. There's a TV in there. Like it's pretty crazy. And it's just Blake and Zach just grinding their asses getting that stuff done. It's really impressive.
That's what's up. I think I saw a picture of them posting about it. I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, it looks sick, man. I'm stoked to hit the road with it for sure. It's gonna make those 14-hour drives in between 2 shows that shouldn't be happening pretty
True story. Welcome all to Who Gave the Drummer a Mic. This is Drum Talk with drummers. We got Chris from Cold Kingdom, Mike Russo, and our special guest, we got Mr. Myles Clayborne from the band SAUL. Tell us about your kit. What is your kit?
Yes, my kit. Oh, my baby. So it's an SJC. It's a Paramount tuxedo kit. You want like the whole rundown, like sizes and everything, or what?
Yeah, it was all
That's what we're here for.
All
I
right.
nerd out on all that.
Yeah,
type
we
shit,
get.
so
We're
I want to
gear
know.
nerds. Come on. Tell us
I was going to say here, just in case you forget, even though you had you had video shoot all weekend.
Yep. There's actually some new pieces on that now.
Oh yeah. Wait,
where's
where's that other picture he just posted today?
Let's see if I can find it here. Oh,
I think I sent it to Adam. I think Adam might have it in the chat.
Oh, like the fresh one?
The one you posted today, I think.
I'm gonna airdrop.
The magic's of having 2 laptops. I can do everything.
Do everything. I have
Yeah,
the
no,
power.
go ahead. Go ahead and give us a little rundown of it. We'll pull the picture up when he gets it.
All right. So basically, SJC kit, Paramount tuxedo. Got a 12x8 rack. I'm actually playing the 18x16 floor on my right, and the 16x16 on my left. 18x22 kick. That's the standard size. As for my snare, I'm running a Mapex Black Panther Sledgehammer.
Oh, what was that? One more time. What'd you say?
Mapex.
Yeah, you're back.
Chris knows Mapex, man. That's the reason
I was in that family for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you did.
I was in the Mapex family for a little bit, and then I had to bounce, man. I had to go to Pearl.
Oh yeah.
Had to go to Pearl.
My first real kit was a Pearl. They ain't bad.
Nah, I love my kit, man. But no, we'll get to my kit a little bit later. We'll talk more about yours. Get the picture out of him.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay. But yeah, no, go ahead, Myles. Keep talking.
So as for heads, all Evans. I've always played Evans since I started playing drums. So we're running a heavyweight batter on the snare, black hydraulics on all the toms, and EMAD 2 on the kick. Front head is an actual. It's just a Evans resonant head. I think the EQ3, but it's the custom painted one that we got from SJC.
Yeah.
And then cymbal wise, we're running all legatos. I think my dude Carlos in here knows who that is. Yep, there he is, Carlos. What's up, Carlos? That's the dude that hooked me up with legato. And that's my main contact for that company. Amazing if you haven't seen him. Amazing, check him out. But we're running a 14-inch Heritage Hats, 19-inch Royalty Crash on my left. Now on my far left, we've got an 18-inch Heritage Effect Crash. Then going to right below my left main crash, I've got a 10-inch Royalty Effects Crash. Ride is a 22-inch Heritage crash ride. I'm going to have a 20-inch Heritage crash here pretty soon because I just cracked my main crash on Saturday.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Then we've got an so this is one of my favorites. It's a pretty unusual size, but this is why I love this company. My China is actually an 18.5 inch.
Whoa, an 18.5 cymbal?
Yeah, 18.5, man. It's pretty thick.
Wow.
Love the sound of it, man. It's got a really nice attack, quick decay. It's beautiful. And then we have what's my final assortment in my cymbals. is what I call the SAUL stack, and it's a 12-inch Caspian Effects splash on top of a 13-inch Luxo hybrid China. So pretty
Solid,
sick.
dude. Solid
sick.
stuff. And you got you use like triggers, right? Like a pad.
No triggers. Well, technically, just for some samples here and there. That's an Alesis Strike multi-pad. We just use
Dope.
that for a couple, mostly acoustic gigs when we play those. But there's a couple things we use as far as electronics, like the Bridge to Brother. I use that.
Yeah.
And a couple other random spots. Yeah, it's fun.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and then sorry, Gibraltar Hardware. Got a shout out to them. And then
Oh geez.
yeah, oh yeah. And then DW9000s for my pedal man.
Oh yeah.
Gotta
You already
have
know. If you're not using 9000s, what are you using? 9000 is the best pedal.
those. Not 9000s.
9000 is the best pedal, man.
It's gotta be
Not 9,000.
9000s are the ones, man. I've played the Illuminators. I played the Speed Cobras. I played the Iron Cobras back in the day. When I got my first set of 9000s, man, I was like, "Yep, these are the ones, man. Can't switch.
Yeah.
Can't switch."
Oh, here you go. By the way, this is I can share that. This is the kit right now. I think it'll let me show it. Where'd it go? Yeah, there we go.
I got.
Yeah.
So that's a fresh shot from Saturday.
Nice.
Yeah. I got that same hi-hat stand. Nice.
Oh yeah, for Eliminator
Yeah.
stand.
Yep.
It ain't bad, man.
TOG, man.
I forgot something. My sticks, man.
Oh, yeah, you
Running
always got
the Vader Los Angeles 5As on the sticks.
Yeah. Oh, so you're a Vader's guy. You're a Vader guy. Hell
I
yeah.
am a Vader guy, yeah, man.
I came from Vader. I was playing the 3A Fatbacks for a long, long time. I'm talking like probably like the last like 5-6 years of playing. I've been playing the 3As, the Fatbacks. But I recently picked up the Matt Halpern signature sticks from ProMark.
Ooh.
And they are like the only thing I ever like complained about with Vader sticks were like they felt kind of hollow to me. And I mean they're durable stick like 100%, but I was touring with Sons of Texas, and the drummer for Sons of Texas, he plays the Halpern sticks, and he let me borrow a pair, and I played a set with him, and I was like, this is what I've been missing from the Vader sticks, that because they're weighted like 3As, but it's like a 2B weighted like a 5B, and it feels like a 3A. In my opinion, it feels like a 3A. And it feels like the perfect stick to me. They just feel full, and you know, I haven't broken a pair of those like they last a good while.
Yeah.
And I always told myself I would never switch from Vader because I was heavy on the Vader. But those sticks actually made me swap, and love me. If you ever tried a pair, like try a pair.
I might give them a go, man. I'm not anchored down anywhere, so
Yeah.
I know Chris was telling me about, what was it, Excel? You told me you need to look into.
Yeah, Excel sticks made up kind of by me in like central to western Wisconsin. I play I think they're called the Extreme 2Bs or something like that, and I have a hard time like breaking those things like early. Like every now and again, like sometimes you get that stick and you start doing like rim shots and all that sort of stuff, and you just kind of like feel it starting to give. Man, it takes a long time for those to start chipping away. Like I'm surprised from a smaller company how long those sticks last. I am shocked, and I try to turn everybody onto those Excel sticks out of Wisconsin.
Yeah. Dang. Chris is really good about like the with like the hometown type brands. Like because he's really good with like because you use Excel sticks. You work for a drum shop, right? Where you live at?
Yeah, I'm kind of like helping out around the shop at Twin Cities Drum Collective up in Northeast Minneapolis. Great build. Actually, the shells are actually built by a company called Nordic Shells.
Oh yeah,
which are based out of Minneapolis, but they ship to a whole bunch of different companies. I know SJC did a couple of kits with them. ProMark actually did a full like ProMark. I think it was an anniversary kit. I think there's just a one-off they did for NAMM, but those were done by Nordic Shells, and they send off to a lot of like small independent drum companies. The lugs are made in Minneapolis. Like everything they do there is made like as locally as possible. And you know, when you're a Midwest guy, you kind of stick to the Midwest. I don't know what it is. We're a state that acts like a small town. I don't know what it is, but
Hey, those are the best states, man.
yeah.
Didn't you get you got like a custom
When
snare
it's
drum for
not
somebody,
cold, it's a
right?
great state.
Yeah. Didn't you get like a custom snare drum from one of those companies? Like it's like purple because you're a Vikings fan.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's my that's ACDC. It's a 10-ply. Oh, we're not talking about that yet. We're not in football season. Let's not get into it quite yet. So it's a 10-ply maple, 14 6.5, and it just got this like purple stain on it, and it's just If I could put gold hardware on it, really give it that Viking sparkle, I would 100% do it.
I'm sure there's a way. I'm sure there's a way to make that happen.
Myles the purple for his Ravens.
Oh.
What?
You want a purple snare for your Baltimore Ravens? I remember talking about that.
I thought about it. Yeah, I thought about it for sure.
I had a red kit because I'm a Falcons fan, but now I don't have a red kit no more.
Yeah.
Soon though, I'm looking at getting the third kit. I'm looking at for just because I just gotta keep the collection going. You know what I mean? You can never have too many. You can never have too many snare drums. And you can have too many drum sets. So
this is very true.
Yeah.
That's what the drummer's problem. Like, man, I've got enough money, but man, I'm looking for a third kit.
Yep. No. So this is my kit. It's the Pearl kit I just got. I actually only played this drum set one time live because the worked. So I've only played it one time. That was the one show I played it at. Actually, Adam, if you can pull up the other picture from like above, I could go over some. Yeah. So what I'm rocking here is Pearl Session Studio Select. I got a 10, 12, 16, 18. I have a 14 as well, but it's not in this picture because there's no need for it. I got that to Morgan Rose signature snare drum. I'm rocking the Zildjians, except I forgot my China back at home because I am slack and I had to borrow a China. So that's a 19-inch AAX China Sabian. Then I have a mini. For some reason, actually no. So everybody can agree that Wuhan makes the best like mini Chinas.
Yes.
And no,
I love it.
I mean, they don't. They just last a long time. And even if you crack them, they still sound good. Like
I'll say, where's that Mortal Kombat fight?
I was gonna say, I think that's the one problem with the Wuhan Chinas, man. Is they last too long as far as like decay. You know.
Well, no, I'm not talking like the big ones, like the mini one. Like in my opinion, like the mini China that Wuhan makes, like it's the perfect like just that quick little accent stack type sound without the stack. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I just like them. It was on sale at Guitar Center. I just bought it.
Oh, there you go.
So it was a deal. But yeah, no. Then I got
symbols are rare, man.
Huh?
Like getting a good sale on a cymbal is rare.
Oh yeah, it was on clearance for like $34. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? This is like, give me that." But yeah,
you go to those mom and pop shops and you get that one rare find. You're like, holy crap! If this was a Guitar Center, it'd be like $250 more.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
100%.
And that's a good question.
Somebody,
actually, by the way, you guys want to hit that at some point?
Oh, we made y'all pick drums. Go ahead. We'll start with Adam. Go ahead and tell us why you picked drums.
I was actually pretty much nature. Family is very music oriented. Right now, I am actually the last remaining musician of my family.
Oh wow!
The youngest out of all. My grandmother does keyboards and sings. My mother sings. My uncle plays the drums, and my grandfather did guitars and bass. So it was kind of just very in tune. Started with the family. They're big into the country and the oldies, Beatles, Leonard Skinner, Charlie Daniels type stuff. And then around the age of 10, 11 or whatnot, first my stepdad actually started getting me into Iron Maiden, Theo, Dokken, Black Sabbath, Metallica, Megadeth, and the rest is history.
Sound about right. Go ahead, Chris.
Pretty much.
Well, I grew up in a real musical family. My whole mom's side of the family like really appreciates music. They really love music. My mom's really into like the Beatles and like the British Invasion and Haight-Ashbury sort of stuff. My dad was the '70s rocker dude, so I kind of leaned towards like his record collection growing up, like Zeppelin, AC/DC, Kiss, Aerosmith, and he's a drummer too. And I just remember like being really young and going to his shows and watching him play drums, like just sitting in a little chair behind his kit. Could have been 3-4 years old at the time. And then I went to my first concert. I think I was 10. I saw Aerosmith up here in Minnesota with the Cult. And I was like, wow. I need to learn how to do that. And the next day I was like, Dad, I want to learn how to play drums. And he started teaching me the basics, and then I just kind of took it from there.
Oh yeah, you got to see. I mean, I wish I would have gotten to see Aerosmith, man. That's one of the bands I wish I want to see.
My fiance was on in Vegas a couple years ago. It was fucking amazing.
Peoria Civic Center. Originally where I'm from, so I'm not far from you, Myles. Originally, Peoria, Illinois.
What?
I said I'm not originally far from you, Peoria, Illinois.
Oh, okay. You're not far at all.
Damn. Go ahead, Myles. What made you pick drums, man?
Man, okay, so I grew up kind of in church when I was a kid, and it always intrigued me. You know, like we had a drummer back there, and it was like very like traditional church. Like the music was incredibly boring. So all it was just super slow, and like usually it was a hymnal, and it was just music that sounds like it was written to be sung in like a church elevator. So
yeah,
it makes sense. But like still like I'm like looking at this guy back there. I'm like, you're telling me this dude's got 2 pieces of wood and like hits stuff, and people are like, yeah, that's cool, do that.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So like I got really interested, and I wanted my mom to introduce me to this guy, and like we did like a whole thing. And he was just like, yeah, like come up on stage and watch me play drums sometime, like sit through the service. And I was like, cool, maybe I won't fall asleep. Let's do it. And so I just got really interested in looking at that. He let me sort of jam on the kit after church a little bit and just kind of get my feet wet. And I enjoyed that a lot. So, I mean, that's kind of what originally got me interested. But then like what really got me interested was like fast forward like maybe 5 or 6 years when Simple Plan released their Addicted track, the music video for it.
Yep.
Like I saw that, man. That was my first taste of like anything in the rock genre, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm watching that. I'm like, okay, this is way cooler. And like they're like literally playing music, and this whole building is basically falling down around them. And I was just like, yeah, okay, how do I do that? And like that kind of just started the whole ball rolling on me getting into drums and playing and like making it sort of trying to make it into a career.
Yeah.
And here you are today.
Here I am today.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. No, I mean, we all kind of have a similar type of background in terms of like the music family. Me and Chris, like my dad played drums. I'm 25 now. I've been playing since I was 2. My dad put sticks in my hands the minute I was able to sit up straight, and got my first drum set at 2 years old for Christmas. Did marching band, I did band all through school. I did band class. I did marching band all 4 years in high school. I was team bass drum. And then my senior year, I was on snare. Learned that traditional grip.
Yep.
But I did the marching band thing was where I got like my chops from. I really didn't play a lot of drum set like through school. Like I mean, I played drum set when I had free time, really, but like in school, you know how school is. There's not a lot of free time on the weekends when you want to sleep. So I didn't play a lot of drum set. Like
favorite time is always pet band. You get to play all the different styles.
Yeah, no, I even like I did jazz. I tried to do jazz band, but I didn't like make jazz band. Like I had to audition for it, and there's a guy that was way better than me, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, like he should have gotten that gig. But I always knew like I wanted to be a drummer and play in bands and do all that stuff. So the minute I graduated high school, I was actually going to college to like go be like a music teacher. But the college thing just didn't work out for me. So I didn't drop out of college. We'll get that right now. I didn't drop out of college, but something happened
He's covering his ass.
Something happened on their end that made it to where I had to wait an entire semester to go back, and I was like, okay, I'm just not going to go back. So that happened, and then like I put myself on Craigslist. This was in 2015. Put myself on Craigslist, and I met some people around here in Charleston, and just went from there. But I always thought that drums were like, my dad turned me on to, Motley Crue. Motley Crue was the first band I ever listened to. Dr. Feelgood was the first song I learned to play on drums. Played, a lot of the easy Metallica songs because I didn't have fast feet yet. Still don't have fast feet. But I mean, I was playing a lot of the '80s stuff because my dad. My dad turned me on to a lot of bands, but like I remember like the first time I was able to like find a band on my own. The first band that I like ever discovered was Dream Theater.
Yeah.
And so Mike Portnoy was like my first real like drum idol. And he was the one that really like he set it off for me. I was like, yeah, like I want to do what the fuck he does because that motherfucker's a bad man.
It's weird that you said that because that was actually one of the questions.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, see, this is I hate this question because I've seen it so many times throughout the years. And I can't.
Well, I was gonna say you pretty much already announced it, so it's like okay, here we go.
This is my answer to this question. Is I'm gonna say Mike Portnoy because Mike Portnoy was one of the OGs. And Neil Peart is the GOAT, and then you got Mike Portnoy, in my opinion. And then, you got tons of other people, but I'm just talking right now, like, in this question. I'm picking Portnoy. I'm picking Dream Theater Portnoy because Dream Theater Portnoy was my favorite. Now, I'm not saying Mike Mangini's bad. I'm a Mike Mangini fan. I watch all the videos he puts out, and I still love Dream Theater. But in terms of, like, who I think the better drummer is, they're both great. I'm not picking a side, but Mike Portnoy was my favorite drummer in Dream Theater. And the music that they wrote with Mike Portnoy in the band, I think is a little bit better.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to go Portnoy too. I mean, I remember getting into Dream Theater and just being like, this band is like if Rush was heavy metal.
Yeah.
Like having
absolutely
that perfect balance of like we can write 15-minute songs, but we also got double bass and crazy like bigger guitars and all that sort of stuff. But
what was the first song you heard by them?
Portnoy is one of the best, man. I can't deny it. I still kind of wish he was in Dream Theater.
I wish every day.
I love Mangini. I think Mangini's an absolute monster and a beast. But to see Portnoy go back in Dream Theater, I think would really, really make me and a lot of other drummers happy.
The minute that they put that news out, I remember I was in Disney World. I saw that news. I was in Disney World when that news dropped that he was out the band. And I tell you, I'm in the most happiest place. Disney World is the happiest place on earth, they say. When I tell you I cried, I straight up cried. No cap. I cried.
Dang,
I was legit sad because like I said at the time, like that was my favorite band on the planet was Dream Theater. And the first song I ever heard by Dream Theater was The Glass Prison. I don't know if anybody can like know what that song is. That was the first song I ever heard by Dream Theater, and I was like, yo, like this is fucking insane. And
I saw back in I think it was 90 or VHS, not DVD, VHS cassette tape. It was like a mix of like a bunch of bands, but it was the video for Pull Me Under.
Good song too.
Classic.
So we're talking like very, very start of Dream Theater.
Classic. No, I mean Pull Me Under was
Myles. What's your opinion?
What's your opinion?
My opinion on between
Portnoy or Mangini?
I gotta go with Mangini, man. Personally, I like.
I mean, you can't. There's no wrong answer. There's really no wrong answer.
For sure, dude.
Just Mangini's definitely the more technical guy, but in terms of,
I was gonna say, man, in a technical sense, man, I just can't get over Mangini's singles, bro. Like
he got the fastest singles.
It's ridiculous.
I think he still holds the record. So
I think he still holds the record for world's fastest drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
And
nah.
like, just like him as a person, like I know I could sit and have a beer with Portnoy, but I could sit and talk drums with Mangini for hours. I'm sure. You know.
Oh yeah.
So that's
Nah, I
just
mean he came
Yeah.
from Berkeley. Like he was a professor. Like the dude's definitely like the ideal drum nerd because he
yeah,
knows all the theory, all that stuff that you would expect from a professor from
yeah.
Berkeley.
I could
So
learn
yeah,
how
nah,
to party from Portnoy. I could learn how to be a better drummer from Mangini.
yeah. No, I agree with that. I do agree with that. I always thought Mangini was the better technical drummer, but just in terms of like who I prefer in the band and like in terms of like the songs that that they wrote, I always lean towards the Portnoy era of Dream Theater as
Mm-hmm.
opposed to now. So
Fair.
I guess while we're on the topic of like drummers and favorite drummers, like go ahead and just let's run off like the inspiration question. Like who do you pull from when you sit behind your kit?
Okay, my main go-to. My main
Oh yeah, so
go-to.
here's the question right here.
Yeah.
There we go.
A little more open-ended, but I'll start with the drummer side.
Yeah.
Mike Mangini or Mike, no, well, yeah, Mike Mangini, but also Matt Greiner from August Burns Red. This was
Solid.
one of the metal drummers I got into
Oh
very
yeah.
early on, and just the way he plays and how like his posture is like incredible. So I still look at Matt's videos. And I'm just like, all right, like, he sits straight up and like it's just consistent and like that's fun to watch. But also, Josh Manuel from Issues.
Yeah.
That dude's a
Oh yeah.
ridiculous talented drummer too. Like man, like he
Oh yeah.
incorporates those linear fills incredibly. You know.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's fun, man. I've tried to learn a bit off of that and try to incorporate that into my drumming as well. So I think those would be the main two. And then like as far as a good pocket drummer, I'm gonna have to go with Chad Smith for sure.
Oh yeah. No, Chad's a goat.
Absolutely,
Chad's an OG.
for sure. What you guys got for that?
Well, as
Who
far
wants
as
to take it? Chris, you want to take it? You want to take
I
it?
think like when I'm like thinking like especially writing parts for like Cold Kingdom and stuff, just because we're trying to do like the more accessible rock stuff, I try to look towards drummers who have been doing it for a really long period of time. Barry from Shinedown is just like he just does everything like to a T. Simple, but they work. It's just one of those where it's just like, yes, that's the blueprint for me. Like he does everything and nothing at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Tony from Papa Roach. Just everything is just like he serves the song, he puts his sticks down, and he's done. Like he gets the job done, and he goes on to the next one.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember I saw one of Tony's first shows with Papa Roach. Like Papa Roach played Crew Fest 1 with Motley Crue, and he was the drummer for 6 a.m. and Papa Roach. And like they like swapped out his bass drums for each band. Dude's pretty solid. In terms of drummers for me, obviously Mike Portnoy was like the first big one. I love Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee has always been he's one of the first drummers that I discovered. He was one of the first ones that made me like want to play drums and all that stuff. I love Josh Manuel as well. Josh Manuel is one of my top guys. Like anytime he posts a video, I watch it like 10 times. And dude's just fucking solid. Chad Smith's also a really good one. I love Morgan Seven Dust. Barry's awesome too. Barry's a really cool guy, and he does. Chris described him pretty well. He does nothing, but he does everything at the same time. Like he's just a solid drummer back there.
Yeah.
Can
And
confirm.
yeah, who else? There's a lot of people. There's like a lot of. I love Eric Moore. Eric Moore's like always been at the top for me. Like I love Eric Moore in terms of like. I wish I could do those damn chops, like gospel chops and all stuff he does, man. Like I watch those videos a billion times. Like Eric Moore is like every time I post a video, man, I'm just like, fuck, man, that guy's so fucking good. Royster's good too. Tony Royster, dude's fucking solid. I used to watch a lot of his videos back in high school when I was trying to do like the jazz band stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
dude's really fucking good, man.
Dude, also in the vein of those guys, man, Chris Coleman, crazy good drummer.
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah, dude. I forget who's the drummer for for Ariana Grande, but he's really fucking good.
Ah,
I can't think of his name, but I know like I watched he has like a video on YouTube explaining like how he got the gig and talking drums and all that stuff too, and I'm just like, this dude is
gonna bug me.
incredible.
It's gonna bug me.
Yeah, you can Google it.
Yep.
But yeah, no, those guys like there's a lot of like rock
Gotta
and
bring
metal
out the
guys
Google.
that, like there's a lot of rock and metal guys. Obviously, rock and metal guys are given, but like in terms of like that realm of like music and drumming, like those guys are the ones that actually like kind of hit me a little bit more because like they're just doing a lot of like just. I mean, I'm not saying that rock and metal drums aren't creative, but like there's a lot of more creativity in like that other style of music that like hits me. Aaron Spears is another good one. Someone put that in the chat. Aaron Spears is fucking killer. I love all the pop drummers, man. Bruno Mars is a really good drummer too.
Bruno Mars is a good drummer, dude.
And his drummer's fucking solid too.
Eric Hernandez.
Eric Hernandez.
I'll never
DW
forget
guy.
when Bruno Mars opened the Super Bowl halftime show with like a drum solo. I was like, yes.
Oh
And
yeah,
then it was done. I was like,
Hell
okay,
yeah.
cool. Now I'm waiting for the game to come back on.
yeah, yeah. I remember that Super Bowl halftime show. That was awesome.
We got another question here.
Okay. Professionally trained.
Are you all professionally trained?
Not
What is
at
the term professional? What is up with the how professional are we
Like-
talking? Because I mean,
Like, are you self-taught or did you go do a teach?
I'm self-taught. I mean, my dad showed me. My dad
Okay,
showed
we'll
me the
start with you.
basics. Dad showed me the basics, and kind of took it from there because my parents split when I was young. So when they split, he wasn't around obviously because I was living there. So I kind of had to put it in my own hands. So I'm gonna claim the self-taught route. I think I'm pretty much self-taught. I never took a drum lesson.
Fair.
You guys?
Right.
Yeah, I'm not either, man. I tried to take a drum lesson. My mom actually enrolled me in drum lessons when I was in high school. She thought it was
Yeah.
going to help me feel a little bit better. And I went there 2 days, and after the second day, the guy's like, "Why are you here?" He's like, "There's nothing I can teach you, man." He's like, "Just keep doing what you're doing." I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay."
I mean, if you want to count like band classes like a lesson, because I mean, actually no, I'm not even gonna say that because I forgot everything from back then. Like I can't, I can't sight read no more. I used to be on that type of stuff, but it's all gone now. Like I listen to songs, I learn by the ear, not by the paper.
Same.
So I can learn songs easier that way.
Right.
Like it would have been nice to retain it all. I mean, I can't tell you none of that shit. Don't even ask me any of that shit. I can't tell you. That might be that's probably bad, but it is what it is.
Be like, here, play this, Mike.
You got a recording of it? I'll listen to the recording.
It'd be Drumline.
Yeah, it's rough. Chris, what
It'd
about
be
you?
like the movie Drumline all over. It'd be like, here, play this. How about no?
Can't do it. Chris, are you professionally trained or are you self-taught?
It was definitely not professional lessons. Like I said earlier, like my dad kind of like gave me the basics. It's like, okay, this is a hi-hat, this is bass drum, this is snare. And it's like, oh, okay,
Yep.
do this, and the basic movements and motions and all that sort of stuff. And then he was the one who's like, okay, here's Back in Black, here's Toys in the Attic, here's Zeppelin 4, and then he just kind of like just let me go from there. So no professional lessons at all, just kind of like listen to albums and just pick it up from there and wanting to learn my favorite songs.
Hell
Pretty
yeah.
much same thing
Adam?
for me.
Yep. No, I think,
Basically sticking my headphones on and it's like,
yeah, you just
What?
jam. You just jam the songs.
no. I was gonna say it's like, yeah, usually growing up it was basically sticking the headphones on. If like I ever saw the music video, which would kind of give me like the layout of like how their like setup is, I would sit on the headphones. If I'm playing Metallica, I would know what Lars's kit looked like, or listen to Dream Theater or Megadeth. Like visually seeing their drum setup would kind of like be how I would sit in my room, drum stool, sit there, play the air drums with it, and it's just gathering the the repetition of, but also it was like knowing like where everything went. Also, it's like you got crash here, tiny here. Some people had their ride way over here to the right, or some actually had it over the kid. Some had it all the way up here. So it's like.
Do you remember Do you remember the first time you ever had to set your own kit up?
2001.
The first time you ever had to set your own kit up.
Yes.
That was like, I remember, like, my dad always had to set my kit up because I didn't know how to do it. I was like, how do you do it? Like, I just never knew how to do it. I remember the first time I ever set my kit up, I was like, it was so wrong. And now, I'm like, stupid nerd about it. It was like super wrong. I was like, I had like my kick drum legs like out like this. Kick drum was like not right. Like, toms were in a bad spot. Like, I get behind the kit and like everything's like spaced out really bad. And I'm just like, I'm having to adjust things on the fly.
Why is my kick drum doing this?
Yeah, like my kick drum was like sliding, and it was just like I didn't know that you were supposed to put drums on carpet, and I was really bad at that type of shit. And now I'm like stupid nerd with it. Like I'm like sitting there, I'm like with the level, I'm trying to like level out the stuff. I got the level like on my toms, like I'm making sure everything's like with my shoulder. Like I'm like, it's bad. Like the OCD is bad.
Yeah, never mind.
I mean, you can see the picture of my kit that you pull up earlier. You can see everything is like 100% flat. Like I sit behind it, and it's like everything is like shoulder level with me because I sit high. Are you guys like sit high guys or sit low guys? Like how do you sit? Yeah, like this picture. Yeah, I sit high. You can see in this picture like I'm. Well, you can't really tell if I'm sitting, but like everything is flat, 100% flat. And
your drum throne is literally almost the same height as your snare.
Yep, it is. Oh, it's pretty close. Yeah.
Never mind setting up your own kit. You remember the first time you had to actually tune your own kit or your own snare drum?
Ooh, this is always a fun topic to talk about is tuning drums because everybody has their own method. Everyone does their own thing.
Yep.
I actually, like I'm telling you, man, like I honestly prefer the tuning and the setting up a little bit more than the playing part of it. Like for some reason, it just gets me. I feel a different way when I'm like sitting there trying to dial in like the tone. But
that makes
what is well, you don't like tuning drums, Chris? You're not a drum tuning guy. You don't like tuning your own kit.
Ah, man, it's I couldn't carry a tune if it had a handle. So like tuning drums, dude, like it's like I can get it somewhere close. I'm like, all right, that sounds good, and then I hit all of them together, and I go, nope, that floor tom's wrong. Now I gotta figure out what's wrong.
Well, floor toms are always.
Set my shit up yet? That'd be great.
Sign me up. I'm a free agent right now. I'll do it for you. But nah, like I will say this: floor toms are always, in my opinion, the most annoying drum to tune. The floor tom, especially the damn 14-inch floor tom. I've never been a fan of tuning the 14-inch floor tom. But what I do when I'm tuning drums, and Adam's a tech now, so Adam's like a tuning extraordinaire. But when I'm tuning drums, like people ask me like, what is like what I do, like how do I tune drums? And I watch a lot of videos for one. So shout out Kenny Shirts. We're gonna have him on the show. We're gonna bring him on the show one day. He's bad. He's definitely like the drum, like when you talk about drum techs, like back in the day, like he's one of the dudes. Like he's one of the OG dudes. So I watched a lot of his videos, and he explains a lot of tips and tricks that he uses to tune drums. And what I gathered from that is pretty much he has the sound of the drum to like a note, but I don't do the note thing. I just go off of how I think it should sound in my head. So like the way I picture it, I'm not gonna sing to you guys right now, but the way I got it is like it has to be like this one note. It's really fucking weird to explain, but like everything. I'm trying to think of how to explain it to where it doesn't sound so like super fucking nerdy. Pretty much, I in my head I have the sound perfect. I just tune it to where it sounds like in my head, and it works every time. When you're tuning a floor tom, when you're tuning that 18-inch floor tom, think of how like just tap your stomach. You should feel like you're hitting your stomach. You should feel not like a rock, but what's his name? Benny Greb. Benny Greb said something about like it should feel like you're hitting a dead pig
A dead pig?
when you're hitting.
Yeah, but who in their right mind has ever? I was saying, who in their right mind has ever hit a dead pig though? It's not every day. Like, hey, let me go hit this dead pig real quick so I can hear what it says.
When he said that, I was like, "That's it. That is the example."
Fair
So
enough.
When you're tuning your floor toms, man, just I get it to where it's like just above, loose, where you can like jiggle it, half a turn, cross, and bam, it works every time. Obviously, heads play a picture into that too, but like I spent a long time perfecting like how I tune my kit, and like I have that shit down to a science now. Like I love tuning drums. Like if you want me to tune your kit for you, like I will gladly do it.
I hate it.
I hate it. Nope.
100% hate it.
What is
I don't mind it, but
nah, man,
I'll do it, but I don't like doing it.
Dude, seriously,
No,
it's that line from you ever watch Bob's Burgers?
yeah.
So it's that line. It's just like, all right, I'll do it, but I'm going to complain the whole time.
That's
The
me.
entire time you're setting up your kit, you're just back there like, man, this fucking sucks. Like,
Literally.
damn.
Literally. God.
I wish
So
I
you
had
guys-
a drum check right now, so I didn't have to worry about this shit.
I will tell you right now though, Moonjos, scam. Don't use Moonjo. Always go True Tone.
I
Don't do
use drum
Moonjo.
dots, man.
Drum dots, I've used them too, but for some reason, the True Tones, you can hear the difference, man. I'm telling you.
Or, because right now I'm not using any dampening period on my tom.
Yeah.
Because of the Evans hydraulics, man. It's got that 2-ply
Yeah.
with that organ layer in the middle. That does
Evans
all the
hydraulics
damage.
are really good. They're really good.
Fantastic.
I use the I usually go between the EC2s and the G2s, the frosted EC2s or the G2s.
G2s are nice, man. That's what I started off having on my kit, and they're good, man. They pull the tone out of those drums really well. But
Yeah.
good lord, that sustain.
Yeah. No, the best kick drum head on the market is the EMAD. I will say that right now. There's no debate when it comes to that. The EMAD is the best head. There's no debate.
I would say if you play the drums and you don't have an EMAT, it's like
Yeah. Nah, man, the EMAD is top tier when it comes to the kick drum.
What?
Oh,
was
Which
it
one?
just,
That's on Team Remo?
you're the only one.
Oh, the Remo. You're the Remo guy.
I was saying Remo is the only thing I use on my snare. I use the Ambassador. It's the only Remo thing I use.
Nah, man, I'm Team Evans all the way. Like, when it comes to my snare drum, either I'm using the heavyweight or I'm using the hybrid, the Evans hybrid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw
Yep.
that you had that on that kit. That's that Kevlar head, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the half and half. It is go-to. If they don't have a heavyweight in stock, it's hybrid every time.
Heavyweight's always for me, man. Whenever we're getting ready to go on the road, I usually get like 4 of those guys.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Those I have the Matt Halpern signature snare drum as well, and it's shipped with a heavyweight. That was my first time, playing with a heavyweight.
Mm-hmm.
There's no switching. It's heavyweight for that snare drum, and then for the Morgan Rose snare drum, it's always the hybrid. I only have 2 snare drums right now, unfortunately.
I only have 1. So,
One,
yeah.
but you got a good one. Though.
I have 2.
The Sledgehammer is a solid one. That's like a good snare drum.
I got it in 2015, and it's the only snare I've used since then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have
That's
a
what's
14x5 and a 13x6.
I used to have like a collection, man. I used to have like the Joey Jordison signature. I used to have the Eric Singer signature. I had the Vinnie Paul signature, but I got a sweet offer thrown my way for that, and I was like, yeah, I could part with it, and now I regret it.
Was it the Vinnie Paul Pearl or the Vinnie Paul D drum?
Vinnie Paul Pearl.
Oh, I want one of those.
Yeah, man. I still regret it. My dad has the D drum. My dad has the D drum mini ball. I regret it every day, man.
That's actually what I play.
D drum.
Oh.
Okay.
Nice
D
kit.
drum hybrid. It's got a 20. The kick is actually a cannon. It's 20 by 22.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
It kicks. And it's originally a 6-piece. It's actually supposed to have a 10, 12, 14, 16, but I only use the 10, 14, 16. And then I got the 14 by 5 snare on it now, but I also have the kit actually came with a 13 by 6. So I mean, either or gives those rim shots pretty hectic. But I mean, I always run a tight snare anyway, so I mean, either one. So like with the band that I'm playing with now, Magdalene, is I use the 14 by 5 as my main snare, and then I'm actually tuning the 13 by 6 into actually kind of like the digital snare kind of sound. Because we have some like newer songs that are coming out that kind of have like some underlying tracks where you can either run it with tracks, or you can actually just hook up like an electric kit, or actually just have some electric pads. But my kit actually already comes pre-triggered also, because with it being a hybrid. So the only thing I have to do is just connect it to a brain. Yep. Yeah, it's got automatic triggers that were built inside of it.
That's really cool. That's next level stuff, dude.
I was gonna say it's the best $800 I ever spent, and that kit is actually going on 7 years old.
Wow.
Damn.
I still have it. DW 5000s that are actually on it or I'm sorry, 7000s are actually 6 years old that I've had. Because right before this kit, I actually had a D drum Dominion. It was actually a double bass 20 by 22 7-piece kit. So it's like I kind of ran with D drum for a little while.
D drum reached out to me last summer, but I never I hit them back and I was like, yeah, like they were like offering to like send a kit, and I was like, yo, like I'll try it, fuck it. They never sent me a kit. I was like, damn. I never played D drum before, but I was like,
yeah. To Asylum Radio Network, our host.
Sweet. What's going on?
Then we got Mr. JC Dawn, our GM, one of our online hosts, also tuning in. For anybody that's new, as far as coming into this, we have Mr. Myles Clayborne from the band SAUL joining us for our very first episode. Just got done shooting a music video this past weekend, so that's going to be. Do you guys have a date yet on when that's going to be released, or?
We've got one, yeah.
I just haven't released it yet. There's no date yet.
You gotta love the band guy mystique. Like, yeah, we got a date for it. I'm not gonna tell you when it is though. You can't.
Do we have shots of the drum in the music video? Yeah, we got that.
It's more shots. Like I'd have about 30 people like incredibly pissed off at me if I were to reveal it. So.
Oh yeah, I believe me. We all know how it works here. We don't want to piss off the boss.
Can't fight the hand that feeds, man.
That's right.
Boss
That's right.
Is.
You can't piss him off now. But yeah, man. So any good comments in here?
Everybody introducing themselves. I was gonna say, so as far as like 2020 is concerned, it's like give us, what do you do on you guys' downtime? As I mentioned earlier, for everybody that's joining and tuning in right now, SAUL actually had a tour. It was announced shortly before the pandemic hit. It was supposed to be SAUL, All That Remains, Butcher Babies, and Hell Yeah. U.S. nationwide tour. I was actually supposed to be on that, so I would have met Myles at the time that it happened. But I was like, obviously, everything got shut down and stuff like that. I mean, what did you do with your time? Actually,
Well, last year, so after that hit, I couldn't play drums because I live like the house I live in, it's like a really quiet neighborhood, so that was kind of out the window. We
Right.
rehearsed a lot. Besides that, I've pretty much been like writing. Like I started writing music for bands and doing that mostly. And then just doing drum MIDI for some people and gaming. That's pretty much been it, man.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no,
I
I
would
see
say
you jump on the TikTok train. I see you jump on the TikTok and you sing on TikTok now. What's up?
Yeah, dude.
Man writes music like crazy. I mean, you're posting a new song like every day. Like I keep up with it.
I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, it's I mean, I'm originally a pop punk kid, so
Oh no,
yeah,
I feel you. I'm with you.
man.
I'll say
When will you
question
get
from
to be back
Mr.
on
Cal.
stage?
Do you guys have anything coming? I know you guys just did the music video. Do you guys actually have anything in the books or anything in the works, or is that undisclosed also right now?
A lot of it is undisclosed right now.
Okay.
We did just get announced for Riverfest in Fort Madison, Iowa.
Okay.
That's going to be in August. Can't remember the actual date, but we're actually headlining the last day on Sunday. So that'll
Okay,
be
cool.
gonna be a good time. Very good time. We've got a couple other things that are in the works right now that we can't like actually announce because they're not confirmed completely.
Right.
Yep.
But hopefully, as soon as we know, you guys know.
Nice.
Very
Yeah, I
much
mean,
so.
it's all everything right now is a waiting game. Like, just gotta wait and see what happens, and nothing. I mean, the thing that just sucks about the entire thing is just like everything we can announce shows and confirm shows, but like really, it's really not truly confirmed yet because no one really knows what will happen.
Exactly.
You can confirm a show, and then 2 weeks later, oh, we gotta pull the plug on it, man. It sucks. But yeah, I mean, I hope everybody that
quite a bit.
hopefully, everybody shows that gets announced in the fall, like, does happen. Like, I really hope that everybody gets to play the tours and shows and all that stuff that's supposed to be going on. And there's a lot of festivals that got canceled already, and I'm like, damn. But gotta wait and see. Rubber
Yeah.
Rock. I think Rubber Rock is actually still happening.
Yeah, Rebel Rock. We're thankful. I'm thankful that one's actually still going on because I don't know if we're planning any type of rundown to go to that one. But the day before we play, I think it's either the day or the day before the day we play. Polaris is playing from Australia.
Oh yeah,
guys for like the last 3 years, so that'd be
a
crazy.
Yeah. If you need a tech man, call.
Dude, the more I set up and tear down my kit, the more I'm like, can I please just hire somebody?
Dude, got my number, man. I'll give you my number.
I hate it, dude.
But yeah, dude.
I hate it so much.
I hope those festivals happen, man.
I would say I'm just in Virginia right now, so if I need to drive down, I'll meet you in Florida.
They wouldn't have to drive all the way down to Florida. We'd probably pick you up.
Hey, no worries. I was gonna say my boys. I would say I mentioned it earlier. I actually worked with the guys at Nonpoint, and Nonpoint's actually going to be down there also. Are they the same day you guys are, or?
That I don't know. They might be either I think they're the day before us, but I can't remember completely.
Yeah, I think Nonpoint was the 23rd, and then.
Let me give you an actual answer here. Let's see. Nonpoint.
Thank you, Cal.
Oh yeah.
They're Saturday. We're on Friday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew they were on Saturday.
Yeah. I hope that all the festivals go on, man. The world needs the music.
Illinois would be fun, dude.
I'll say, Myles, as before the show or whatnot, what we were talking about, this is actually that contact for that July 2nd show.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Oh,
good deal.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So that's the one. It's kind of going.
Let me
Cool. Like I know it's a short trip from Iowa over there. It's come straight down 80, and bam, you hit it.
Yeah, JC, if you I don't know if we're friends on Facebook or not, but shoot me a message. Let's chat a little bit. See if we can't get something figured out.
Oh yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, because I want to say I kind of do want to spill it, JC, but some things are in the work. July 2nd, July 3rd, and July 4th in Spring Valley, Illinois. They're actually going to be throwing kind of a 3-day weekend festival at a venue. July 2nd is supposed to be a hard rock night. July 3rd is supposed to be metal night, and then July 4th is going to be dance hip hop night. And then obviously the fireworks being at dark and stuff. So make sure to tune into the Asylum Radio for further, because Asylum Radio will be hosting the show as well. And for anybody that's new here, we got Myles from the band SAUL. Just shot a music video. Release date to be announced, undisclosed. Tour dates
TikTok
to
famous.
be announced, undisclosed. They did get confirmed for Rebel Rock. They're playing the Friday of Rebel Rock. So go check out Rebel Rock as far as Facebook, Instagram. Check out their whole lineup. See when SAUL's playing. I'll say anything. We're actually gonna tie things up here a little bit. Anything you want to add real quick, Mike?
Yeah, man. This is cool. First show. I'm glad we got it off, and appreciate Myles hopping on. Being our first guest. You have an open invite to hop on anytime. We'll definitely get you on again for sure.
Heck yeah, we can make this bitch. I was gonna say we can make this bitch look like Hollywood Squares up in here. We can start just adding people.
Oh yeah, no, we definitely gotta get it.
I choose the letter X.
That's the thing with the show is like when I thought of the idea, I was like I wanted to put drummers in touch with other drummers, and just network really, just another way to network. And I feel like this would be a pretty cool way to do it. We tried to get like another person on here as well. I'm trying to do like 2 guests a show that don't know each other. But I figured it was pretty cool because like I've never met you before in person. I've never met Chris before in person. So it's already like getting to know each other type shit. So it's cool. It's real cool. Anything else you want to plug, Myles?
Just be on the lookout. You can find SAUL's music pretty much everywhere online. We got our stuff out on every streaming service. You can go to saulofficial.com. That's where all of our actual stuff is. Hopefully we get to see everybody this year. That'd be nice. Would love.
I'll say a little bit of a break off of that. You're actually working on some solo stuff yourself, though, aren't you? Or are they all actually for other artists and stuff?
No, I started putting together kind of like a solo thing last year during quarantine, and it kind of spiraled to where I was just like still writing stuff, and then I found out how to edit vocals to where I don't sound like garbage. So,
no, dude, the stuff that you put out, like, good stuff. It's really good stuff.
Thank you, man. Thank you. So yeah, I'm actually the little thing that nobody really knows yet is I've got one more song that I'm finishing up, and then I'm gonna have to I'm retracking the vocals for everything, and then I've got a buddy of mine that's gonna mix and master it, and hopefully, I'll be able to shoot that out, and people actually will be able to listen to it at some point. So,
yeah.
If you need a drummer, you got options.
Yeah.
Got 3 incredibly.
I was wondering which of these two was gonna say something. Be like, I'm not gonna say, but I swear to God, it's like one of these two are gonna be like, hey, you need a drummer. It's like you got a way to reach out.
3 solid options for sure.
Yeah.
I'll say anything you want to add, Chris.
This is great. Awesome for a first show. Myles, we're super stoked to have you here, man. Obviously, I met you one time. That was at Sutherland show, which was incredible. I was so happy Cole King could be a part of that. That was such a great time. I said, hopefully we can keep this up, do this every Sunday, and roll it into football season. Myles, we're talking about doing an all drummer fantasy football.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That I think needs to happen because by this time next year, we're all gonna fucking hate each other if we all do this fantasy football league. So it sounds like a great idea. I think
we're gonna. No, that's already confirmed.
Each other. I want to do it, but I'm skeptical.
Yeah, we can already see now. Like, hey, Myles, you want to come back on the show? Fuck you. It's like I got last season.
Yeah, no, that's already happened. That's confirmed. Like the fantasy football league will happen for sure. I don't know how deep you are into football, Miles, but I also do a football podcast. If you would like to hop on sometime, talk some Ravens. I am a Lamar Jackson fan, so I got new stuff to talk about as well. So, but
Hey,
yeah,
man,
no,
don't be hating on him because he's better than everybody else.
Nah, man, he's.
I
You
mean,
want to say he's better than everybody?
No, Lamar is a great player. It's like the rest of the team's like, bleh.
Yeah, they don't want to talk about.
I
They
can
want
agree
to talk about. They want to say Lamar's a good quarterback, but he's got no weapons. So what do you mean he's not a good quarterback? Give him some weapons. You'll see what he can do.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
no,
when
but
you,
man, like
when you sit there and lead your team in rushes, your own receiving yards, maybe.
Yeah,
Lamar's great, but he's no Kirk Cousins, man. He's no Kirk Cousins.
I'll give you that one.
Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Well, we'll save the football talk for another day. But yeah,
fair enough.
Appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate Miles hopping on for the first show. It's gonna be cool. This is weekly. Next week, we're gonna have another guest on. We'll announce that Wednesday. Or I could announce it right now.
No, we got two guests
on Wednesday.
We got two next week. Yeah.
2 guests next week. Yeah, next week we got 2 guests.
We got 2 guests next week. 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Right here.
I think it should drop now. I'm interested.
I'll drop it now. So we got my boy Zev Rose from Spirit Box coming on next Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then my boy Kurt Wibbenhorst up in Jersey. He's like a session drummer. Also plays in the band 100,000.
Very
toured with Seven Dust in the acoustic run. He's prog metal drummer. He plays guitar, plays bass, plays everything. He's killer musician. So we're gonna have them 2 on next Sunday, and it'll be cool. Yeah. So that's next Sunday's show. We'll make an announcement on Wednesday about it, but pretty start to talk to both of those guys. So
it's gonna be a good show.
Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us. As I said in an earlier post on my feed, actually have a family that are really huge fans of SAUL. Myles, if you could do me a favor and give a shout out to PJ from Mom and Dad.
Shout out to PJ.
Yep.
Yo, what's
he
up,
should
PJ?
he should be watching.
Thanks, seriously though. Thanks for following the band. Thanks for being a fan. Sticking through with us through all this. It's freaking awesome, and we really appreciate it. So thank you.
I know they're waiting for a show, and he's actually just a little guy. I haven't quite met him yet, but his dad and his stepmom are very, very close friends as far as the Non-Point family, but also with me as well. This guy literally 4th of July weekend 2019 drove up from Texas, pretty much became my honorary roadie for 4 shows that I had on, 3 in one day and 1 the day before, and just killer dude. I mean, the dude is a very pay it forward. I mean, the whole family is very pay it forward. But with that being said, Paul had an older son who unfortunately passed away in a car accident. And between the kids and the older brother, exactly what I just said, Brother from SAUL was their kind of go-to song between them and whatnot. So I kind of put together a little video, but I want to send a thank you to all you guys that tuned in. Share, like, subscribe. Make sure you guys go add Myles, SAUL to you guys' playlist. Trust me, you won't regret it. It's definitely one of my favorites.
Thanks, man.
Oh yeah, and Myles, tell everybody where they can follow you and all that stuff too. Plug you like.
If you look up SAUL on Instagram, Facebook, literally just type in SAUL Band, you're pretty much going to find us on every social media. We're on TikTok now, which is cool. We got Twitter, never really use it. Instagram and Facebook are our main 2. So find us on there. All of our music videos are all on YouTube. Look for our music as well. And then we also have the our fan group, which we call our equals, which is why I got that tattoo back here. But that's our fan group. We have the SAUL Equal Rising group on Facebook. great group and great community of fans and people. So that's where you hang out with us. That's where we talk. We do all of our pretty much all of our interactions on those platforms. So
Hell yeah.
and Spotify and iTunes and have all that stuff too as well. So
Hell yeah. Well, guys, I think we could,
thank you again, Myles, for joining us for our very first episode. We're very honored to have you. And like Mike said, you're more than welcome to come back in. Like I said, I want to make this bitch look like Hollywood Squares. Get everybody in here, all chit chat bullshit, and then who knows? Maybe you'll see the lineup that you have on here coming to a city near you.
Maybe.
Thank you guys for
That'd be a fun
myself,
tour.
Mike, Chris. Here's that video that I made. Thank you guys. Tune in next week, 5 o'clock Central Standard Time.
Deuces. Okay. We're still live. Okay.